Nothing left for the Americans. Chinese woman brags about buying up supply of N95 masks. A Chinese woman filmed herself traveling around Florida while buying up N95 masks while bragging, "I didn't leave a single mask for Americans." One of the reasons this bothers me is not only the fact that she is an awful person making it harder for everybody to get the masks, it's the fact that there are a lot of racist people that are already blaming any kind of Asian person they can for the whole virus, and she is not doing anything to help that. If anything, they're going to see this post and go, "Oh, those damn Chinese people spreading the Ching Chung virus." It's so dumb. But you're just making it harder for everybody. Americans, yourself, everyone. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. But don't worry. Be happy. In every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double, don't worry. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to my third video on the subreddit. I am gonna get very angry again. This is one of my most requested videos since the last two came out. A lot of people wanted me to do a third part on this, so I guess I will. Before I start, I just want to mention that both the first and second video I made on this subreddit got demonetized, most likely due to the title of the subreddit, so I don't make any money off of making these videos, and considering the popularity of the videos, they would be the videos bringing in the most money on my channel, which granted isn't a lot with the size of my channel, but it's still something. So if you enjoy the videos I make, especially this type of video that is definitely going to get demonetized, then I have a Patreon account and you can support me making the content. Or if you don't want to do that, I have plenty of other videos that are monetized that you might enjoy watching. You don't have to join the Patreon and you don't have to watch my other content. It's absolutely fine for you to not do that. I am not going anywhere. Support or no support, monetization or no monetization, I'm going to keep making YouTube videos regardless, but it would mean a lot to me and help me out a lot if people did want to help support me. But anyway, that's enough rambling. I'm going to be rambling a lot based on the pictures coming up, so this could be a long video. Let's get into it. We went to Costco for grocery shopping today. A woman gave us the middle finger and tried to attack me because we are Asian and wearing masks. This is so ridiculous. She also covered her mouth. Why can't we cover our mouths? Asians in masks should not be the face of the coronavirus. She is a racist. Absolutely agreed. All the people blaming Asian people for the virus not only are like the majority of the Asian people you're blaming not Chinese, they could be Japanese, Korean, or anything else. The majority of them were probably brought up in the US or England or wherever it is you were attacking them. They probably have never even been to Wuhan. The majority of the cases that brought this virus to your country were not Chinese people bringing it to your country. They were your own idiot kind that went, "Oh no, there's a pandemic, I have to go home so that I'm on a plane with other people with the virus." It's your own stupid people that are spreading it. It's got nothing to do with the Chinese people. Not all of these posts are going to be about coronavirus, but those will probably be the ones that make me angriest. Furry couple, Vex and Jax, what names? Murder a man and skin dog for pelt to make fursuit. That is messed up. It's come to my attention that I did a lot of broad statements, very sweeping statements, and if this was my first video on the subreddit, I probably would have said something along the lines of, "Furries, what is wrong with you?" And I realized that is wrong. Obviously there are a lot of furries that are fine. They're normal people. The problem is you get very much overshadowed by people like this. It's these kinds of people that ruin the public eye perception of furries. There are loads of furries that are fine and cool and chill, but so much of the media is gonna throw you down for wanting to be you because there are people like this. And that is why these people deserve to be on this subreddit. Not only did they murder a man and skin his pelt, they're throwing a whole community under the bus while doing it. Hungary seeks to end legal recognition of trans people amid COVID-19 crisis. Not only is everything that's going on, you guys are out here just trying to shoot down some people minding their own business. Hungary, you really need to, your government needs to sort its priorities out right now, I swear. But hey, at least someone other than America is on this. Mum beat 1-year-old son to death over fallen flat screen TV, family says. Why was she even allowed within a 10-mile radius of children? Why does she even have a child? She should not. That poor man that's in the picture, that's either his son or like a family member of his that has been murdered. I hope this woman goes to jail for a long time. I'm so sorry about your parents. Nobody should have to go through that. I went through your post history to see if you were a guy or a girl, and wow, smoking hot. I have random sex questions if you're up for it. Dude, let the girl grieve. Her parents just passed, and you're here like, you want smash? No, stop it. Stop. I apologize, by the way. I have no idea how loud the volume on this microphone is. I had to reinstall a bunch of my microphone drivers because I was having issues with stuff previously. So a lot of my settings have got reset, so I have to like re-hone everything in. So if my microphone peaks a lot, it's because I have the volume up too high and I'll need to decrease that. But I won't know until after I start editing. Arizona mother who allegedly admitted to smothering her 3 children pleads not guilty. Yes, that is the face of someone who is not guilty right there. That's the face of someone that has lost her children and is upset about it, but it wasn't her completely. Here we have a video that I find to be kind of distressing, and I have to put it in, but I hate the fact that this exists. There is a man who looks quite unwell. He's clearly ill of some kind, and he is wearing no gloves, and he is just touching up these bread rolls. I hope this man gets arrested. I hope he loses his job. We are in the middle of a pandemic where a virus is rapidly spreading and is potentially fatal to a lot of people. And then there are people like this working in the food industry. Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. Anybody recognize this vehicle? Camping on blank forestry road last weekend. We drove by today and they left all their trash. People that can't clear up after themselves are just the worst. I really can't stand people like this. If you're going to camp, especially illegally, just clear up after yourself. It's not that hard to put it all in a box and find a bin. You're just ruining everyone else's experience because you're lazy. And honestly, that just makes you a terrible person. He is so cute. LMH. He can get it when he is 20. I'm not sure that she is quite the kind of person to be in the subreddit, but I'm putting this picture in anyway just because that is not an okay statement to make. That's not okay. That's a little bit creepy. You need to be put on a list right there for saying that. Got another video amidst this pandemic that will it deserves to be in here. The caption of the post on the subreddit basically said that this nurse was attacked and bitten by a patient who tested positive for the coronavirus. Why are people like this? Who attacks and bites a nurse? What is wrong with you? Why is a flu turning so many people into crazy psychopaths? It doesn't make sense to me why so many people are acting like this. Belgian woman Suzanne Hoylerts, aged 90, dies of COVID-19 after refusing a respirator, telling her doctors Save it for the youngest who need it most. I've already had a beautiful life. Rest in peace to this beautiful soul. That is super nice and super wholesome. And you might be wondering where this fits into this subreddit. It fits into the subreddit because this was posted by a page that said, please don't skip this post without leaving heart. This is literally put on Facebook by a group that are trying to farm up hearts and likes on Facebook, using the death of an old woman to farm hearts and likes. That is where this falls into this subreddit. Shame on you. Shame on you. Several healthcare workers in India attacked as they battle the coronavirus outbreak. Why are people attacking doctors in a time that we need them most? It doesn't make sense. This makes me think of something that my dad told me about that's been happening. Obviously, most places right now have a limit on how much you're allowed to buy and stuff. In the UK, at least, the NHS workers have been attacked. NHS workers have been mugged and had their IDs taken from them so that people can use their IDs to buy more food. That just is the worst, and I hate people. I really just hate people. Why are people like this? Asian women get spit on, threatened with a knife for bringing corona to Australia. Again, this is another example of people blaming Asian people for what is very clearly not their fault. Firstly, it probably wasn't Asian people that brought it to your country, it was your own people that were on holiday. Second of all, how stupid, how absolutely brain dead do you have to be that you are actively seeking out the people that you believe to have the virus and making contact with them? How can you be that dumb? You're in the middle of a pandemic and your reaction is to actively seek out the people that you think are the cause? The city of Branson is investigating the pop-up COVID-19 testing tent set up on Highway 76 this afternoon in coordination with the Ozark Valley Medical Clinic. This testing was not in coordination with the Taney Country Health Department, and they first were made aware of it by a reporter with Branson Tri-Lake News. We were told by those who went to the scene that the tent was accepting cash payments of $290 for the test, and the clinic said they were working with a national lab. They were using a throat swab instead of the standard nasal swab, and again, from what we have gathered this afternoon, they were not in contact with local medical authorities, and there has been no confirmation that they were using proper precautions or procedures. So there's these people out here pretending to be COVID-19 testing stations and charging people $300 per test. You are taking advantage of people at a time where they are vulnerable, and you just should end up in prison for it, really. Can we put people away for just being terrible people? Because I really wish we could. I started a dumpster fire in a local group about this coronavirus bullshit, but it got me thinking. I'll get shot by the National Guard if that's what it takes, because no one is gonna fucking tell me I can't leave my house or keep me locked down with guns. I thought this was America, you fucking cunts. So it's a goddamn pandemic. So fucking what? You know what to do or you don't. Goddamn Darwin Awards all fucking day. This shit. Wake the fuck up. 1984 ain't got shit on this. I'll see you in hell. This guy clearly doesn't understand the concept of a pandemic. You know that if you get caught with a disease that is legally being quarantined, if you are caught with that disease and you are caught not quarantining yourself, you can get in a lot of trouble and can be forced into being quarantined. Your freedom means nothing if your freedom is the risk of hundreds of thousands of other people. You know, the fact that, yes, you are free, that's your American way, sure. But if you shoot someone, that's murder. The same applies here. If you are actively spreading a disease during a pandemic, that is basically borderline murder, because people that die from a disease you give them, that's on your hands. So, sure, you're free, but there are still laws. And the final post, this is a long one. I don't mean to be insensitive, but to these nurses and doctors crying for attention, specifically you nurses, stop crying. This is what you signed up to do. You get paid very well to do it. You work around patients with spreadable illnesses every time you clock in. You run the risk of contracting these illnesses every time you clock in. Not only during this man-made pandemic, yet before that as well. That's the risk you assumed when you decided on that profession. The first time you have to work more than 2 to 3 days a week, y'all complaining. You get compensated very well, might I add. I haven't seen a janitor complain yet. They are the people cleaning up behind y'all with the... I don't want to read the rest of this. It's so dumb. First of all, these nurses are not getting paid well to do this. They are getting paid just terribly. Like, nurses are already subject to so many pay cuts. They are getting paid real bad. They don't even have free parking in the place they work. Nurses have to pay to park at the hospitals they work in. Not only that, he's saying that they're complaining now they have to work more than 2 to 3 days a week. Nurses work a lot. They have to put in a lot of work every day, not just 2 to 3 days a week. And now they are putting in like 40 to 50 hours at a time without sleep. I would like to see you do that on your regular pay. They have a right to complain because they are the people saving lives right now. Yes, they chose into this profession, but that's because they chose to save lives. They decided they want to be in a profession where they are working to save people's lives. That is admirable, and I think you should cut them a bit of slack because of the amount of work these people are having to do right now. That is where I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys didn't get too angry at this because I've gotten pretty angry. Oh boy, this subreddit gets me so worked up because these people are so dumb. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my other content. I have a lot of content on this subject. These videos of this subreddit are not getting monetized. So if you want to support me in making more videos on this subreddit and subreddits like it, I have a Patreon, or feel free to watch some of my other content, as I have said at the start of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.